Ladies and gentlemen, hello from New York City and welcome back to our coverage of WCS America. Currently watching the Challenger League. I'm axeltoss, joined by axslav. Before we jump into the last series of the night, Full Sail University is the official education partner of MLG. If you're interested in video game design, graphic design, video game production, stuff like that, fullsail.edu/MLG. Check it out. See if you like what you see. They'll have you fill in some information about yourself, and then they'll send some information back to you, and you can find out if Full Sail is the right place for you. That being said, it's been a great night of StarCraft 2, Mr. Nick. We're 3 matches down. Every single match has gone to the 3rd game, which is very interesting. Of course, you can see the results on your screen there.
And of course, the match coming up, Huck versus Neeb. I can tell you, I'm actually a big fan of Huck because you never know what you're going to see. He's always finds a way to sneak probes in interesting places. He finds a way to make his build work, whatever he's up against. Micro is impeccable. Very creative player as well. And he works extremely hard. He's one of the hardest practicing players I've ever known. And it pays off. I mean, look at those results.
Yeah. He's definitely been around the block. He had a spell in Korea where he played in Code S. I know I definitely stayed up late that night. I think I missed an exam I had the next day or something like that because I was definitely rooting on one of the only foreigners in Korea. Always fun to see them get involved with that Code S tournament. Of course, that was back. That was pretty far. It was like a year ago, maybe. But still, you know, Huck has a lot of experience playing lots of StarCraft 2 everywhere around the world. Definitely one of the best Protoss foreigners or non-Koreans to play the game. And of course, he's going up against Neeb, and we don't know too much about this guy. Of course, he came through the qualifier. He's 15 years old. He lives in New York, representing Team FXONA. So I feel like anything can happen here. Great opportunity here for Neeb to kind of make a name for himself.
It really is. He's on a team that has a lot of these up-and-comer players from the Americas, of course, FXO. Up against Huck, it's going to be, like you said, a great opportunity for him because, you know, if he loses, it's Huck, right? And if he wins, all of a sudden it's going to be the start of a potential big, you know, new player potentially.
Yeah. All right, guys, I hope your popcorn is ready. This is the last match of the night, Day 4, WCS America Challenger League. I'm axeltoss, joined by axslav. Game 1 of this last match will be on Akalon Wastes. Very important match for both of these two gentlemen. In the top left-hand location, we have the red Protoss player representing Team Evil Geniuses, dual citizen of the United States of America and Canada. One of the best Protoss non-Koreans to ever play StarCraft 2. He is Huck. One of the favorite games I ever casted actually involved this guy. It's Huck versus Naniwa, 2012 Winter Championships. Game...
Was that the Proxy Zelt one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That was an awesome game.
One of my favorite.
And that's like, exemplifies Huck. I don't think there's anyone else who could have won. Like, how do you win when your opponent has 3 Stalkers and you have Zealots and Probes?
Yeah. That game came down to literally the last Zealot, the last Probe.
He just made it work somehow.
And I think that I don't know if it's on our YouTube. I know it's on youtube.com/majorleaguegaming. I'm not sure if it's on the StarCraft YouTube. You can definitely go Google that or YouTube that. But anyway, his opponent in the bottom right-hand location trying to make a name for himself here in WCS America. He's only 15 years old, and he lives in New York. Representing Team FXONA, he is Neeb.
Looks like it's probably going to be a Reaper opening from Neeb, of course. You know, usually Marine, then a Reaper, then a Reactor. That's the standard opening off a Tyranny. He gets a gas here. Anything else is a little bit out of the norm. Huck with double gas. I would expect Huck to probably do a 21 Nexus. I think that's typically his favorite opening in Protoss vs. Terran. Or maybe 23. He gets the 1 unit, either Gateway or Mothership Core, help deal with that Reaper.
Yep.
And then throws down that expansion.
Definitely fairly standard in part of the storm right now. Of course, generally you make that Zealot just in case there's a SCV being annoying, and then some Protoss players will cancel it in favor of getting a faster Nexus. But it's fine keeping the Zealot.
It can be nice just to walk around and look bold and scary. And you know what? You can never have too many Zealots, in my opinion.
You know what? I'm gonna start a thing.
What's this gonna be?
The first Zealot made by a Protoss is called the axslav Zealot.
Okay. Wait, that means I die all the time.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
It's alright, as long as I get to be Zealot. If I could pick to be a StarCraft
It's better than
guy.
being like a pylon or something.
Well, the thing is the Zealots don't actually die.
Oh, don't they?
No.
Oh, look at that sneakiness.
They have a teleportation unit built into their suit.
Okay.
So when they feel they're tired of fighting, when their suit's starting to get worn down, they teleport back to, wherever they're... I was going to say Ire, but I guess Ire's been ravaged and destroyed by Zerg, so, wherever the main Protoss homeworld is at the moment.
Oh.
And that's something I think has changed. They didn't used to. They used to die. In Brood War Zealots, they die. In StarCraft 2, they got a storyline mode upgrade, not an actual upgrade in as far as game goes.
Sure.
But storyline mode upgrade where they don't actually die. They just
I thought if the supply goes away, though, they technically died.
not Zealots.
Okay.
No.
Cool. Today I
Zealots are actually that awesome.
Oh, bunker's not yet done. If this Stalker can take down that... Oh, I think that SCV might die. That's actually... He might have canceled his command center.
I mean, he's not going to cancel that. But it's really
Or
annoying.
he's going to have to pull SCV.
Yeah. He may be pulling too many SCVs. Oh, actually, no, because there's a second Stalker coming, so it's very smart. Oh, going for the Reaper.
Oh, Huck taking out the Reaper. Huck getting up close and personal.
And both Stalkers are surviving.
Early stages of these games. Of this game, I should say.
Is Huck just going to win the game and just start with
If
the
he can
Stalkers?
micro these Stalkers properly and prevent this bunker from ever getting up.
With the ramp there, it's a little bit scary. As one Stalker got hurt, Huck says, you know what? I got a nice lead. That worked out really well for me. Bunker at the high ground, the Reaper killed, the lost mining time, the SCV deaths. It's a pretty significant early game move there by Huck. But Neeb doing the awesome build.
The awesome build. Third command center? Oh, the engineering bay fast.
It would be more awesome if you went third command center right now instead of second
Yeah,
barracks.
see, that was my reflex answer when you say awesome build.
Normally, I like more command centers, but
the next thought that would come would be a Hellbat build. And then I would say the engineering bay early. So I'm like, am I completely misreading you, or are you misleading me here?
I like anything that is either greedy or involves Hellbats. So that actually encompasses a lot of builds. Anything that's very macro orientated or involves Hellbats.
We'll stick with the axslav Zealot.
Yeah.
Because if we said the axslav build, I don't know if anyone would like that.
It's like the creator build. Remember, there's a time in the end of 2011 and the early part of 2012 where literally every time any Protoss player did any build, it would instantly everyone would say, "Oh, he's doing the creator build."
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that phase.
It would be a warp gate timing. It would be double forge. It would be no forge colossal, like whatever it was. As long as it involved Protoss units, it's like I've seen Kurt do that build. It's the creator build.
That's awesome.
It's just he found a way to get every Protoss build named after him. It was pretty amazing. It was actually, to be more specific, it was really any Protoss build that either involved a gateway timing or at some point in the game 2 forges. It could be like a 20-minute mark, 2 forges, but as long as there are 2 forges at some point.
Are you? I feel some jealousy here.
No,
Were you the one who made these builds and then like Creator stole them?
No, I never really.
It's okay. I'll believe you.
I only made Terran builds, man, not Protoss.
You
builds.
won't find me disagreeing with you on this broadcast, Nick.
Huck has some interesting rally points on his observers.
Is he making a heart? Oh, he's known for making hearts.
I don't know what that is.
If I could zoom out more. Oh, got it.
I almost felt like it was some pylon formation, or I don't know. Anyway, he's going double forge into Colossi, a pretty standard way to play PvT.
Well, Stalker's coming for it again. Very bold Stalkers here. A little bit surprising that he's getting this many Stalkers and not going Blink.
Huck
like
often gets Blink.
Yeah.
Yeah, he often
if you
does.
add like 3 or 4 more, like that could actually be really good on this map too. With an observer, you can like blink into the main and be annoying. But
he's just focusing on the upgrades and the Colossi tech.
Yeah.
Huck's actually, I've seen him lose some PvTs when he has too much fun with Blink, and then the Terran hits him at like the 11, 12 minute mark, and he just has one no range Colossus. So this game he's playing a little bit safer, just playing a very standard build, making sure his his Colossi tech is up to speed, his upgrades up to speed. So in the mid game, maybe he can't do fancy Blink micro and get ahead, but he's not going to be behind by any means, just because he's doing a very solid macro opening.
interesting that there's no second engineering bay armory. Oh, never mind. Place down right now. Typically, you want those to finish right when that +1 upgrade finishes, so you can start right up with the 2-2.
And it looks like it's going to be almost on the perfect timing.
A little bit later.
I mean, basically close enough that it's
Well, Huck's not starting his 2-2, even though I think he could. Twilight Council is done.
Huck's a little bit distracted, worrying about this push at the front. Is Neeb going to come in here?
These
Force fields could trap all those Marines.
first Colossus coming out onto the field. Force field's going down. Colossus overextending a little bit, trying to back that guy up. Time Warp might go down. No, not going to preserve the life of the Colossus. Marines taking down the Colossus, taking down the Mothership Core. Lots of sentries as well, and that was not a good exchange for Huck.
No, I mean, he really wanted to cut the Marine army in half. But he didn't accomplish that. The force fields and the Marines, their damage output was too high. They just walked in and killed everything. And now he's going to try to take a third base. And this third base, I mean, I don't see it surviving.
Well, I mean, these Marines aren't going to kill it.
They could have.
You think these Marines could?
Huck has 4 Zelts.
He can warp in some more, and he has Colossus about to finish.
Yeah,
And he has all those Stalkers.
I mean, if he was able to warp in time, but I think the Nexus would have been canceled.
Oh, sure, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, heading straight for the natural expansion, trying to take down some of those probes. Again, no blink here for Huck, so he can't necessarily pursue those medevacs.
Oh,
right.
but another drop heading towards that third base. That Nexus could be canceled. No, there's a Colossus in 4 Zealots. That should be enough.
He could go straight to the main.
He
This
could.
is a very annoying part of Acheron wastes. If you're not careful, this stuff can happen. Going to be dropping in the main base at the same time. We have a drop running around the third as well. Some Stalkers trying to find those guys. Medevac's going to get picked up and run off. However, there goes that Marine force heading straight to the natural expansion, trying to target down those probes, get 2 more. Targeting down Stalkers as well. Huck doing a good job targeting down these Medevacs that drop, landing in that third.
Oh, he's not going to get the Nexus. The Colossus and Zealots are all over it. Huck with a great defense against Neeb's multi-pronged aggression so far.
Yeah, that's what he needs. You know, I feel like he is a little bit behind right now, but yeah, actually, no but. I think he definitely is a little bit behind right now.
Holding on to the third, though, it's not. I mean, he took his third faster than he normally sees. So as long as he can, oh no, some probes being taken out here by these Thin Marines. Zealots and Colossus are going to go back to defend that. What's the worker count at? That's kind of interesting.
66 to 54 in favor of the blue Terran player.
That's not particularly great for Huck.
No, especially with 3 orbitals.
I mean, it's at a situation, though, where both players are on 3 bases. Both players don't really look like they're going anywhere anytime soon as far as going to die. So we're probably going to see some, you know, much larger scale engagements unless Neeb goes for, you know, an SCV pool 2-2 timing, which actually, how many, does he have the second starport? Without a second starport,
No,
like, yeah, you can't get enough Vikings to make that timing work without a second starport. They used to be a very popular build against the Protoss who did upgraded Colossi, like what Huck's doing. If you know their Templar transition is going to be slow, you can just wait until you have a very big army, go double starport, wait till you have a lot of Vikings, and then try to hit right before that Templar transition kicks in. Oh, Stalkers!
Oh! Taking that one medevac, that's a huge pickoff, but does he have blink again?
No, he's going for charge. This game's dead.
3-3 has not yet been started here for Neeb, but it's halfway complete for Huck.
Colossus, particularly big army there.
Yeah, those are actually great forces. Colossus doing a lot of damage to that bio army. Zealots need to be pulled back.
Yeah. No charge, so, I mean, Neeb's army is small, but it's so much of a higher quality right here.
Yeah, upgrades are even right now. Again, 3-3 has started, but it's not done. The Vikings actually landing here to help out. No more Colossus are in production. Huck actually starting up an Immortal.
Charge finishes.
But there's no Zealots.
Yeah, that's not quite as useful at this point in the battle.
4 gateways about to finish. Huck desperately Corona boosting Warp Gates at this point. Really wants more units out on the field. Charge lots finishing up here.
I mean,
bullets on overcharge would be nice to have right now.
Does he have a mothership?
I don't think so. I think it was still. I think this might be it. For
more
Huck.
and more. I mean, and now the third is under assault too. Yeah, that's
there it is.
gonna
GG. What an interesting game we had there.
It was. You know, Huck was very zealot heavy, and he just wasn't able to get charged quite done in time. That was a battle where I felt Neeb's bio army was small enough.
Yeah.
That if Huck could have found a way to stall until charge, he just would have ran over it.
Just complete, like right here, just completely force field. And if he had a mothership core here with potent overcharge, I wonder how.
Or even force field behind the bio, but I guess the medevacs would have just picked it up and escaped it. But the zealots just were useless. The force, you know, the zealots basically he force fielded the bio away, but then ran the zealots forward. Right? He either had to force field the bio away and back up to buy time, or he had to just force field behind and go for the trap technique. But What happened there is his army was mostly zealots, and they just didn't do the job.
And he had the Twilight Council for a very long time and didn't have Blink or Charge, or he didn't go up to Temple Archives either. The Twilight was exclusively used for the upgrade progression.
Really prioritizing, yeah, those upgrades and the Colossi production too. He kept on top of that, but the Vikings were able to neutralize those.
Yeah, and that was a game that started with Huck, taking a pretty good lead after getting that damage done with the Stalkers and the early Zealot. But it seemed very back and forth throughout the entire game. But a very entertaining game one here in the last best of 3 of the night. Neeb is currently up 1-0 against Huck. Can Huck win 2 in a row and make the comeback? We'll find out, guys. Game 2 coming up.